Marco,
Sean,
vroom vroom.
oh yeah. You know
We're,
what?
we're on the
I'm
road.
ready. I'm ready.
We're
We're
on the
driving
road.
together this year again, right? After a
I
while.
think we're driving together for the first time in a long time.
I know. Are we gonna stop on the beach or talking to cows on the way? Like all the
Well, we
fields.
we we spoke to the cows on the way back.
Oh, that's
I
right.
guess I guess we could have a chat with them on the way up this time.
They were
Yeah,
relevant. They were relevant. They had
they
good
were relevant.
points to share with us.
That's right.
Anyway,
I'm gonna have to
talking
dig up
about
that
good
picture.
points to share with us. Seriously, we are
Don't call our
excited.
guest a cow, Marco. That's
No,
not very
no,
nice.
no, no. See, you throw me under the bus. The good news is that it's Chris
It is
Pierson. So
Chris.
he knows we're kidding. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
It's
Always
great.
happy to chat with
We're in a
you.
silly
And
mood today, obviously, and
obviously, yep,
we,
yep.
we 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 love chatting with you. So it adds a little extra spice to our
Wow.
silliness.
Makes for an
Hmm.
exciting day.
It does. It does.
Absolutely.
And
You know what
talking
is
about
going to
it.
be
Go ahead.
exciting is the RSA Conference 2025. San Francisco, of course, April 28th to May 1st. So coming up, I know you're going to be
Yeah.
there. You're going to have two talks and meeting with people
Yeah.
and doing a lot of fun stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So BlackCloak will be there. Chris will be there. Some of the team, I presume, will be there,
Oh god.
and you'll be meeting with folks. But you, in amongst all the conversations you're going to have with people, you're presenting in two different times.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the first one. Let's see, that would be the Monday event, the 28th at 8:30 in the morning, bright and early to wake folks up. Protecting what matters, your family and home. Well, what's
Yeah.
that one all about?
Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, like I am so super excited. I mean, just 4 weeks away, getting out there, getting back together. I used to love when you remember RSA was like the last week of February, right in there. It's like you can see everyone, talk to everyone, ruminate with everyone at the beginning of the year in Q1, and I really enjoyed that because then it's like a little while before Gartner, a little while before Black Hat kind of spreads it out. But I mean, hey, look, at the end of the day, we're gonna be there Monday, April 28th, protecting what matters. What's really cool about this is we're going to do there's like a whole series being put together. And so this is going to be, I'm going to kick it off. And what we're going to do is talk about how you, the cybersecurity professional, privacy professional, compliance, GRC, threat intel, SOC professional, how do you think about not cybersecurity for your corporation or for the government or for your clients? How do we actually stop and pause? Right? If you remember a few years ago, mental health, and hey, let's pause and let's make sure that our community is good. Let's go ahead and put our arms around our friends that are there, make sure everyone else is good. This is guys, let's stop and pause. Let's make sure that we are giving something back to the community, our professionals that are there. How are we thinking about protecting ourselves in our personal lives, our families in our personal lives, our moms and dads, brothers, sisters, kids, grandkids, all the rest? How do we think about this from the perspective of privacy? How do we think about it from the perspective of identity theft? How do we think about it from other interesting attack vectors into the home, the scams, tax season scams? How do we think about the real things that really matter each and every day to all consumers, right? All consumers. And what types of things do we do? What are the low hanging fruit? We already know what we're telling our companies to do. We already know what we're doing while we're at our company. What can we do to be better in our personal lives and be a better friend to our family members? And this is going to be really, really cool because it's going to be low hanging fruit, easy discussions of 5 other folks that will follow me on a different myriad of issues on privacy, identity theft, home protection, wireless network protection, all the rest of these. And I'm super excited because it's going to be one of those things where it's hey, when we all walk out of RSA, we did something to help everyone else out, kind of lift up our heads, get our scanning on there, make sure we're helping all of our loved ones and really, really paying some good attention to this. Now, we can only hit 5 types of items, so we can't go super deep on any one, and we can't talk about 100 items, but I think this will be really, really value add, and I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Sounds really cool. The cobbler, their family has shoes finally.
Yeah, it is, and
Wow.
I think it's something that we forget about. We're like, I've got dual factor in at work. Everything's good. I've got federated identity. I've got all these cool, fun gadgets. But no, my Gmail account, everything's good. My mom's Yahoo account, everything's fine there. It's just mom. What does she have going on? It's hold on, guys. We've got the expertise to knock off those top 10 items. Top 10 items. Be a friend to our parents, brothers, sisters, all the rest, and create a stronger cybersecurity community without coming in hard fashion of massive blinky lights and equipment and other things to be complicated. There's a lot we can do. I mean, there really is a lot we can do.
Yep. I think I love the fact that you're doing it at a community level, because RSA conference is about that. You mentioned what it was years ago. This year is many voices, one community. So the community is still there into the theme of the event. And I think that let's stop a second and let's look into what we do beside work. I think is really cool. So thumbs up for that. Yeah,
I appreciate it. It's like I said, it's going to be fun, right? There's no vendor stuff in this, none of that whatsoever. It's just look, this is my first presentation at RSA was 2004. So it's my 21st year presenting at RSA. I mean, this is going to be fun. Give back to the community. Yep. Make everyone, try to make everyone a little bit better. And I couldn't be happier to do it.
Yep. Love that.
You host great sessions, by the way. Yeah. So I'm thrilled to see it and partake. Hopefully everybody else joins you as well. That's just to recap. That's Monday, April 28th, 8:30 a.m.
Bright and early. I'll be caffeinated.
That's right. Does it say the room yet? Doesn't say the room yet.
No.
No room yet. But anyway, PHFMO1 is the code if that matters to anybody. But the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So you have the home and our little nucleus of family, and then there's everything. Supply chain risk. When things go boom, your supply chain risk. That one's on Wednesday, April 30th, also at 8:30 in the morning. That's a 2-hour session, by the way. You and James Shreve are going to be presenting there together. That's a complex topic. Evidently 2 hours allocated to that to dig in there. What are you doing there?
Oh my gosh. It's 2 hours. We'll have caffeine on hand for those people that stayed out late Tuesday night doing 80s disco, whatnot. But I mean, look, this is going to be fun. So my partner in crime, Jim Shreve. So he and I are going to team up together. This is going to be a Chatham House rule event where we're going to pack people in. I think 200 people, learning lab style, 2 hours of dedicated focus energy. And really, this is what about a title? I mean, when things go boom. I mean, nobody likes when anything goes boom. But maybe when the money bag hits the table and it goes boom. But other than that, every single company uses third-party products, software, hardware, and other services to deliver or create their own goods. How do we figure out really how to assess them without being it's a high risk and everything's a high risk and there's no in between? How do we think about this in terms of examining the risks? How do we think about it in terms of thinking about some controls that we can add in? And how do we think about that residual risk? So inherent risk, control, and residual risk. How do we think about the back end? How do we think about doing this in a manner that actually supports business? I know before we got on today, we were talking about, how do you support the overall business, have a seat at the table and all the rest? If you're the security team over at Nike, awesome team. But if you're the team over at Nike, you're not there to be the most awesome team and have the most awards and most of this, most of that. You're there because you believe in the Nike mission of fitness and health and exercise and getting out there and doing stuff and active, and everything else. And it's And so we're going to talk about how do you actually acknowledge this as a risk. Good. Yep. We're all there. How do you talk about it in such a fashion that doesn't stop business, logjam business? How do you talk about it in a way and work with other business units in a way that actually gets business done? So this can be a learning lab. It means we're going to talk a little, we're going to do a live real-time exercise, break people up into different groups. We're going to have the board of directors, we're going to have executive risk committee, we're going to have the business line, we're going to have privacy and legal and compliance, we're going to have cybersecurity, we're going to have some of the finance people, and everyone's going to play different roles. And we're all going to try to understand and put ourselves in other people's shoes and think through the problem in the context. I won't spoil it. We're going to think through that as to do we or don't we? And how far do we, right? and think about that all together. So we're going to go through that. We'll have 2 different major story points in there, kind of one big story broken up in half. We'll get some discussion in there. We'll get some debate in there. And what I love is the support of RSA on this. We've been able to keep it Chatham House rule, locked down, no video, no audio, no recording, no notes. And we're able to deliver stuff back to the community afterwards that attended, so that people actually can bring something back to their place of work that they can actually use. And what I will tell you is, because of the really frank talk that happens there, a lot of people, right? They end up getting their business cards back and forth, making connections. Hey, what are you seeing? What am I seeing? And yeah, I got a shared experience. And now they have somebody else that they can lean on. And once again, I mean, Marco, back to your point, community.
Are the CISOs in the room with you, Chris? Who's that?
Yeah, we have everything. And so we open it up to everyone. So some CISOs, some CSOs sometimes get in there, legal compliance people, threat intel, GRC folks get in there, consultants, lawyers internally, lawyers and consultants externally. It is a total mixing pot. And here's the cool thing. When we assign people, like, you don't necessarily go to what your day job is. We go ahead and we randomize it and we assign. And then if you happen to be your day job, it's going to get flipped in the second part of the thing. Like, we just randomly happen to be in that area. So it really makes people stretch their mind, but also empathize a little bit, right?
Right.
And
I like
so
that.
important.
I like put yourself in other people's shoes. To go back to the shoe metaphor.
The cobbler. What are we? And the third presentation at RSA will all be about the shoes.
It's all leather.
You know, one thing I don't like
Natural
about
leather.
this particular session is that because of the rules, media is not allowing. So you're gonna have to tell me about it later.
Well, maybe I'll talk to you guys at RSA after it and tell you how it went.
Yeah, of course, because you're not gonna be there only for these 2 sessions. You're going to be there to meet with people that want to, of course, meet with you. You're going to be there to have another chat with us, as BlackCloak is one of our official sponsors this year. So we're going to sit down with you and talk about something that you will unveil right there about a certain framework for digital executive protection. So you want to tease a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, so, BlackCloak has released a digital executive protection framework. It's 14 key tenets that are something where every CSO, every executive protection professional, every cybersecurity professional, CISO, can go ahead and measure, how do you think about protecting our board members, our executive leadership team, C-suite, and all those kind of in between? How do you think about protecting them and their families? Some of the stuff you might be doing, great. Some of the stuff might be done by legal, for example, in terms of like overall monitoring of the brand. That's wonderful. Some stuff might be already borne by the physical protection, the executive protection team at your company. Wonderful as well. But what you're going to find is that really having a holistic view into things is where you need to be. And that framework, which is neutral, framework can help you get there. And so we'll have some other developments there to announce as well. But I'm excited about it.
And if for people that want to, well, hopefully they listen to our conversation, because we'll dig into it, of course. But as with most things security, it has to tie back to your organization, your executive team, the risks that each of those layers have. And that's where the nitty gritty comes in. So we'll cover it in as much detail as we can on location there. But folks are going to have more questions, and we can talk about in the time that we have. So you'll be on site. You'll have a suite there for meetings. Tell us a little bit about how folks, how and when they can connect with you. You'll be there all week, I presume.
We'll be there for all week. I don't know at this point in time, there be 15 or 20 people going. So we'll be there all week. So we will have a suite there. Folks can pay attention to our LinkedIn page, the BlackCloak LinkedIn page, and go ahead and make appointments to meet with our product folks, engineering folks, sales folks. We have a whole bunch of people from the team, a whole bunch of groups represented. We'll, of course, be meeting with some of our current clients and members. Always appreciate their partnership and the relationship there. We'll be announcing a few other cool things, which will come out in a few weeks. But I think pay attention to LinkedIn, and we'll have the bookings out there soon. and welcome people into our suite. And I'll be out and about as well with some other team members and hitting the floor, hitting the speeches. We'll be all over, and we have a few events. I think we're sponsoring 2 different events there, Monday and Tuesday night. So we'll also have that as well. And yeah, but definitely pay attention to check out our LinkedIn page, and we look forward to seeing everyone, and we look forward to making new friends, right? Really look forward to that.
It is really the beauty of going back, and I see people that commenting like, it's a madhouse, it's a madhouse. I mean, the amount of speakers this year we were selecting people to talk to, it's like, wait a minute, this is still going, this list. It's a lot of people that are participating actively. So RSA conference been growing after year, and for me, it's still enjoyable because I get to see you, I get to hang out with Sean, I get to see, like you said, old friends, make new friends, and that's the beauty of it. So,
and I'm going to sport some new shoes.
There you go.
Ooh, why not?
There you go.
Color.
I like it.
Do you have a weird color?
It's a weird color.
All right,
you'll see me a mile away on these ones.
We'll pay attention to that. And again, Chris, he went back on shoes. I don't know what's wrong with him today, but he's just talking about shoes all day long.
Today. I'm going with shoes.
Well, we are excited. We'll keep updated the audience on amplifying your messages on LinkedIn, and of course they can check what's going on your page, the directory page for BlackCloak on ITSP Magazine. And we will have a lot more conversation pre-event, during the event, on the road, after the event. We are excited as much as you are, Chris, for a full week of mingling and chatting and coming back stronger as a community.
I am ready, willing, ready, able. And I got to tell you, it's going to be super exciting to see everyone, really, and super excited to see you guys there as well, but really excited to see the whole community.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
And so are we. So we'll see you that week, end of May and end of April into May. If I get my months right. And lots coming. So thanks everybody for joining us. Stay tuned, itspmagazine.com/RSAC for all of our coverage, including more with Chris just down the road. See you then.